Hey, DJ Sylveon, this is Egan on Capture Point Rail Spike A2. I'm going to go over a couple things. Number one, I think on mid, you should just extend that wall all the way across here, all the way up to there. And that will really seclude mid to the only ways in and out are these routes that go in and out. Instead of allowing people to just hop, skip, and jump over the entirety of mid. So when you do put a wall across all of here, you should probably also clip everything above here. You should be able to get on this roof at all. You might be wondering, well, wouldn't these like windows... Oh, you can't actually see through these windows. I was going to say, that would be kind of overpowered, yes, and you should probably block them off with glass, but you've already done that. It's hard to kind of see the glass, I'll be honest. Couldn't really tell. You might... If you don't want to use a darker glass, which I could see you wanting to say that, even in like an early alpha form, you might want to just add like a metal border around each pane of glass. If it was all funk detail, I'm sure it wouldn't eat that much resources to have frames around every window. And I think it would look a lot better from like, at least from this side of the building, you just go, oh, each has a frame, it probably has a glass in it. Instead of right now where you're like, can I snipe through that? I don't even know. Anyway, it really seems like... Can you even jump up this? Ugh. Okay, I was gonna say, it kind of seems, looking at this, that you didn't test your map really prior to us testing your map, as it kind of looks like you wanted us to be able to jump up here to get up to here, and then maybe even to like jump up to here. Like, what was the point in being able to jump up on top of here? Second is boring, really boring. Really quite boring. There's nothing to really second at all. I want to say that mid, if this part was blocked off, I feel like it wouldn't be that bad. To be honest, it's not that great of a mid, but if you did want to see a map sort of completed, at least a little bit, to like playable standards, yeah, it's not unplayable. Like if this was blocked off so that like mid was an actual fight that you could have, it's not unplayable. It's rather large. Like if someone was up on top of here, imagine that there is a red guy standing right here, not where I shot, but just like standing right here. You know, he comes into the main area and he sees me standing up here, right? And so we try to have combat, but like, look, I just did like that one sticky bomb that does like 30 damage at a range. So I'm like, shoot. Wait, explode. Shoot. Wait, explode. Shoot. Wait, explode. And I've only done like 90 damage to him. I've hardly hit half his health. Like, this is way too big, I think. I think that in some cases, like, if we like hid this half of my screen right now and just focused on this route from here where I'm standing to down there, I think the distance is fine. But because there's this amount of distance across the entire width of mid, then I think it becomes a little bit too extreme. So it is kind of nice that you put these like health packs and stuff everywhere. As I run out of ammo, I'll say that at least. Yeah, so I feel like the height and the length from this side to this side is probably realistically fine. But because the entire mid is so open, I think it becomes a lot less fine. Haven't really thought about what you would do about that, to be honest, but you might want to put a building on top of mid, like, or put mid on top of something. I know currently you have the train going right through all of mid, of course, but like, okay, number one, the train, make the warning sign or sound turn on the moment the train arrives, not when it crosses like the halfway mark. Right? And it only sounds really dim and quiet. I guess the next time the doors open, I'll grab another recording of it. But like, when it first appears, you just get smuckered by it. Okay, so you hear that? Like, so it only, like, if you were standing here, which I've done, I'm standing here, and I'm like trying to like take the point and just get hit in the back by a train and die instantly. It's like, oh, but blah. Really, really, it took like 6 hours just to walk over to here, not get sniped by like 100 snipers, finally get on the point and get killed by the silent train. Please fix. Okay. Wow, that's also glass? I didn't think that that was also glass. You should put the frames on these windows too, because I thought that was not glass. I'm gonna add some more time to the timer, 1 sec. Okay. Okay, so, Sorry, I have like chapped lips or something, and they're distracting the heck out of me. Yeah, I think if this wall stretched all the way across here, and there was clips above it, and all these buildings too, and I think, yeah, if there is like, I kind of want there to be more cover directly on the point, so standing on the point wasn't so super deadly from everybody surrounding you. So maybe you would want to have like potentially like a small building, and then mid is underneath it, or even that mid is both on top of it. Actually, that's an idea. Here, I'll MS Paint you a thing. I think I can do monitor capture. No, there we go. Look how easy that is. Actually, let me do it now. Okay, so here we are in MS Paint, I assume, because I can't see the screen anymore. And so if this was what we were doing, I would put like a box like this. Shit, that looks so bad. No, not like that. Something kind of like this, where there's like a pillar under each corner, and then make it so like there's hazard strip tape along. Actually, maybe I'll do that in like orange or light green. My dog started barking, so I didn't want to turn on my mic just then. But if there were hazard strip tape along the outside here and then on the top as well, and so this top part would also become the capture zone, I think this would make it would give cover to mid. It would still let the train pass through each side potentially if it was like tall enough, and then well, I guess the train also goes both ways. I'll just do arrows that way. But then it also allows you to have cover. You know, like you can come through this way. Maybe I'll do that in a different color. You know, you can come in through this way. You can kind of hide in through here and kind of like dodge the sniper sightlines and just kind of rotate around. Escaping back the other way, you know, after you've kind of taken mid, that'd be kind of a different story. Maybe at this point you might want to add something extra, like an extra wall over here, and then if there was an extra wall over this way on that side, you might have to like redirect this ramp a little bit, you know, so instead of being strictly like that, maybe it goes down on the other side instead and then goes up, something like that, you know. I don't know, you're gonna have to kind of work this out a little bit. Maybe it would be fine just having it like if instead this kind of went this way, it went over this way and then continued down, you know. but like this was like cut off. This part was cut off. I don't know. You're gonna have to kind of experiment with it. I'm just kind of doodling over top of your map right now. Just to make these ramps a little bit more interesting, you could do something like this. And then, of course, the middle point itself. I think this would be pretty interesting, at least in the case of your map right now. Even in, like, this point over here on the side, you could even have something like a barrel right here that just kind of goes up, and then have, like, a wooden crate next to it, just to add a little bit more cover to this thing. Just because the ramp is so large, you know, because at the moment you don't really have anything here, right? You could even do something like a stack of boxes in the corner right here. Not so simply just a box of boxes, but like, you know, like that useless thing that you had before where you couldn't jump up it. Put that like here, you know, just so that you can kind of fall off, not take fall damage, and then continue around as you try to push into mid more. I think that'd be a lot more interesting. Okay, so I think that's a good idea for mid, at least for the moment, with all the changes I've mentioned already. I think those are manageable changes, at least for mid. Second, you're gonna have to do something kind of extreme about it, because at the moment it's a little bit too simplistic. Man, I was hoping I wouldn't get killed by that train, but I got killed by the train. There's no more observer cams, isn't there? You should add observer cams to the other points, maybe. Just also. Alright, what else? Yeah, I'll talk about second, I guess. I don't really know what you're gonna do about second. I really don't. If you're gonna have an asymmetrical thing, you might as well, like... Here, I'll do another MS Paint of it. Wait a minute, what? Where did the thing go? Oh, I see. Okay, so this is what I see. We're gonna just draw over top of here, I guess. I'll do back in green, because green was sort of noticeable, I think. Wait, I'm just gonna check OBS. Okay, we are recording here. So I would do something like bring this whole building more inwards towards the point, and then have like a ramp that goes up to that level, and then continue that to there, and then that to there as well, so people could just come out of this way, and then they'll just like be at the point right there. And then I do something crazy to block some sight lines over on this. Like I'd probably just have a building kind of come this way, potentially like this, and then have like some staircase up on top of here that goes up to like some balcony up on top of here that overlooks the point, you know, so you'd have like something that comes this way. So you'd be like you're in this room, you come up here up some stairs, and then you go up here up some stairs, and then you see out here you can look directly onto the point, and then you can come up this way and go into last. Beyond that, this route would be a little bit too simplistic, so to fix that, I don't know what you could do. Maybe just have like another building. Here, I'll use a different color. Have another building that kind of like, even just have an actual building here, right? Like this would be the back side of the building. Just have a building here that just like blocks it more, and of course this would be like a building in of itself, right? You can have some cool roof on it that of course would be clipped. You couldn't get on top of it. You just, this is a building, and then like this would be a building too, or something. I don't know. Just doodling. Just trying to make it kind of realistic, even though it's a doodle. Just to kind of block that sight line that I illuminated earlier. So now instead of being able to shoot all the way across here, you actually have to like kind of go around the bend before you can go across it. That might be too flat. You might want to have, I don't know what. You might want to like potentially put a little ramp here and then have this whole section inside of this alleyway be on like a little bit of an incline compared to everything else, and then return back the slope to normal, just so it isn't so noticeably flat. So you kind of come up here and then you go up and then you go back down onto the flow of this. This is just a simple doodle. I haven't really thought about this that much, other than like, you know, what could be a little bit more interesting than what's available right now. And I'm just saying this because, oh, the game's stalemated. Let me just move around so I don't get kicked in game. Okay, so, I think this would be a more interesting second. You probably then want to have something actually like here, like one of those sniper battlement things. You know, those little sniper 2 fort things. And then have like a stack of boxes right here. I don't know. Just something there. If you are going to keep this box route that I complained about, make it that you can actually jump up it, because currently you can't. And then if you are going to keep this, I'd probably section this off with an actual building that you couldn't jump on top of, just so that the balcony isn't too overpowered, because you do get this height over top of this height, which has over top of this height, of course, which would be kind of extreme to be able to see down that far, especially from here all the way across to here. So you might want to actually have something else, like a small building here. I don't really know. And you could jump on top of this one that actually has like a tiny roof on it or something. And then maybe you can go inside of it and there's like a health pack in here, you know. That way you couldn't snipe all the way across here, and then people could jump up on here and they can go this way. I'll do that in a different color. Something like that. I think that'd be a more interesting second point. You'd be able to have like your health pack and ammo packs inside of here or something, and then have something inside here, and then do like ammo up on top of here for like the engineers, and put like a small ammo and health back here for the snipers, and then do of course the one that was inside of here, I don't know, like a medium health pack or something just for the point itself, and then with the train coming through here all across. I think that'd be an actually decent second point. I'm just trying to fill in the space, because at the moment, without all these things added in, it's too simplistic, it's too basic, too flat, and too boring. And here, I'll go back in game. So in game, when it's this open and simplistic, if I was fighting someone who's standing over here and I'm over here, exactly like I mentioned like 20 minutes ago in middle point, this is like the only way I can damage someone, and I didn't even hit them. Like those were useless shots, and like that one I probably missed because he's moved, and I'm just like the combat is it's too rudimentary, it's too boring. You could be saying, oh well, you could be moving around, you could be sticky jumping and not hitting the no click button by accident, but like even that, it's just, oh, this is too boring. You need some height. You need me to like climb up things and get a little height over mid, and then maybe climb on top of this thing and like shoot down on top of here and take a bridge up to here, and maybe that even connects. Like if this had a bridge that connected up to here, that could be kind of interesting, you know, something like that. That'd be kind of interesting. Okay. Talking about last now. I think it's again just kind of like second and mid, a little bit too simplistic and open, a little bit too boring. You might want to simply just add cover for people coming out of these zones trying to attack last, because at the moment, if you were pushing from like back here, there's no way that you could get past any sniper sightlines as you try to approach mid. And even when you're on mid, number one, there's no way to tell if the train is coming because there's none of those doors anymore. So you should add like flashing lights or something. There's a flashing light model, I think, on well. Do like, I think there might be even a prefab. You know, if I find the prefab, I'll link it in the description if I remember. There might be prefab for like the warning lights from trains, and you should just put those on last, because at the moment you can't tell when the train is coming and it just smush you. Sorry, I'm burping. I ate not too long ago. So what else to do about mid? You know, if they had flashing warning lights, if there was something to jump on right here, and if there was like some sort of cover that defended people coming out of these areas a little bit better, then I think they'd be a lot better. Like you could do, you know, it's hard to just think of an easy fix for this point, because this point looks pretty different from a lot of 5CP final areas. I think if you just had the warning lights and then you had like cover, like from here across here, and it was just like a small wall, and then the same goes on this side, it's just like a small wall, so it would kind of like, people would be able to like, you know, hide on this side of the wall from the snipers if it was kind of like a tall wall, so you can kind of like capture the point and possibly, oh my god, that is really dangerous. You can, okay, maybe if the wall was like a little bit closer, like here or something, and it was kind of tall, so that you could like, you can capture the point. Oh wow, that is a small point. You should extend the, I don't want to stand near it. I know the train's coming soon. You should really extend the, here, I'll explode that. There it is. You should extend the cap zone to like this big or something, because at the moment, you, look at this, you can see that icon? Look how small that is. Oh, Jesus Christ, I almost got smushed. You should extend the cap point triggers so you don't get smushed by the trains. You can hide behind that wall that we talked about like just 3 seconds ago, you know? So you can kind of like capture the point and hide, and you can jump on this side and capture the point and hide from these snipers maybe. Very simply, the warning lights and those walls, I think that would be a better last. If you added the building on mid, of course, you added the wall that goes across here, and you clip the tops of these buildings, and then on second, you would have to like experiment, but if you wanted to take the stuff that I suggested, then that would be fine with me. And then of course, you put the frames around, the metal frames around all these windows, you know, and just to really show. Oh, and fix the train warning sound. It is super quiet and only plays when the train arrives like halfway into the map. Oh, and fix these boxes, because you can't jump up them currently. And I assume you implied or intended for us to be able to jump up here. Well, you can't. So, you should let us, right? Right? I don't know. These routes, because they're small, I think they're fine, to be honest. Even like the weird door, it's fine. The low routes of mid, I like. Even mid itself isn't too bad compared to the rest of the map, I mean. Like second or last. Okay, I guess that's all I'm going to say. Yeah, you really shouldn't be able to get on top of here either. You should clip this. I hope. Wow, yeah. Oh, you shouldn't be able to get up on top of this either. Unless you wanted someone to get up on top of here to like completely annihilate a push that's coming through, or a sniper that just pokes his head in. Anyway, okay, that's it. I hope this was helpful. I might take some screenshots from the video based on what I made in MS Paint, just to have something else to go in the thread when I post this to your thread. I hope by A3, second is a lot more interesting. Mid is has a little bit more cover on the capture point itself, and I hope that last has some cover on it. Okay, good luck, man or girl. Okay, yeah, see ya.